I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Omega Speedmaster Racing Co-Axial Chronograph. You can see this automatic coaxial chronometer chronograph and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full commercial listing for this watch with accessories included in the sale, high-resolution images for your desktop, and of course complete pricing information for this 40mm racing-inspired automatic Omega Speedmaster. Now, in a lot of ways, the 2012 debut of this timepiece and its yellow-accented sister at Baselworld was a return to the roots of the Speedmaster line, originally launched with the CK2915 in 1957 as a racer's chronograph. It was only later that it became inextricably linked to the space program in its Speedmaster professional form. But during the 90s, there was a family within the Speedmaster, shall we say, species, known as the Speedmaster Reduced, the Speedmaster Automatic, and in perhaps its best remembered variants, the Schumacher, as the watch was often associated with Michael Schumacher during his Benetton days and early days with Ferrari. The watch you see here is bigger than that. Those were 38, this is a 40, and you can see it has a nice stance on my wrist of 16 centimeters in circumference, such that it looks nicely in proportion, it sits well, it has a handsome combination of black and red and white accents, and you can see easily that the watch could size down to a wrist perhaps, in my estimation, as small as 14 centimeters in circumference with comfort. Now, the bare dimensions aren't extraordinary. It's fairly thick at 15 millimeters with a cantilevered bezel that probably will catch the tightest of dress cuffs, but it's not excessive from lug to lug. The measurement from extremity to extremity is 46, although I will mention that the strap, which is very robust, massively built, and impressively substantial, does add a little bit of flair. It's not going to affect the watch's fit on a smaller wrist unless you go smaller than 14 centimeters, but you can see that if you were to measure the outermost flare, you get something more like a 52 millimeter lug to lug measurement, which is pretty much par for the modern sports watch class. Now, the strap is very substantial. You can see it hugs the flank of the case, so it's a very integrated look. There is no daylight between strap end and case flank. The strap is thick, which is nice because it means it'll last a long time, and you can see it's beautifully accented with this sort of clou de Paris diamond cut, and that's echoed on the sub-registers of the watch, so you're getting a very integrated, fully realized design effort. Case, bezel, dial, strap, it all works together right down to the color accenting. Now, on the underside, it has a little bit of an automotive tread pattern that works as a relief channel to lift the strap slightly off the wrist and allow the evacuation of heat, sweat, moisture, and grit on a hot day. It's paired with a very substantial stainless steel clasp, which you can see has twin triggers, so it can't pop open. It's not friction fit. I like that security. It also features a system for tucking excess strap length underneath the clasp body so that when it's closed, there are no strap minders and the look is very clean. Now, you'll also note that the watch features most of the original cues that we associate with the Speedmaster Reduced or Speedmaster Automatic from the 90s, but with a few refinements. Yes, you see that signature beveled case form that we've associated with the Speedmasters since the first Speedmaster Professional of 1965. This is endemic to both the automatic and manual wound versions, but the tachymetric scale is unique to this watch, featuring red accents that are nicely color keyed to the dial, and the dial is quite special. The red portion is almost a granular red lacquer, very attractive. It's like a matte finish, but the grain is larger, it's chunkier, it's more pronounced. You can see it quite distinctly upon close examination without a loop. Now, it's fully luminescent, so you can see it in low light or no light. There's the gorgeous inverse clou de Paris cut of the sub-registers, and it does have a date which sets it distinctly apart from the Speedy Automatics or Reduced of the 90s. Now, because it is based on a Valjoux 7753. It's a coaxialized column wheel free-sprung version of the 7753. You adjust the date using this pusher on the case flank. Now, inside, and you can see it features the traditional hippocampus on the back, reminding you that the Speedmaster once upon a time was a member of the Seamaster family, and it does have 100-meter water resistance to prove the lineage, but inside is what's known as an Omega caliber 3300. Yes, it started life as a Valjoux 7750, and then it graduated. This one, summa cum laude. So the watch has a 52-hour power reserve compared to a standard 7750 42 to 44. It's coaxial for precision. It has Si14 hairspring in silicon for amagnetic properties and resistance to magnets. It has in addition to the free-sprung architecture, a coaxial escapement. And this is one of the few applications of a coaxial escapement on a 7750 architecture. Yes, it has been upgraded with a column wheel from the 7750's traditional cam system. The cam system, a little bit mushy, one of the strengths of the 7750 in terms of durability, but not satisfying from a horological enthusiast's perspective. This one, with a crisp column wheel, feels and sounds like a high-grade chronograph should. And again, it's been heavily modified to the point that it's likely Edmond Capt, who designed the 7750, wouldn't even recognize his work if he were to look at this movement. Beautifully made. This is a watch that does it all. Small enough to wear in formal occasions if you have the panache to pull off the red dial. It wears on a large variety of wrists with its compact size. Automatic means everyday convenient. 100-meter water resistant means you can wear it anywhere. And with the chronograph, the king of complications, you've got something to act as a diversion and a source of subtle amusement, for instance, during excessively long meetings. After all, that's what luxury watches really are all about. Fun diversions. And this one provides a diversion par excellence. You can see it and you can purchase it on our website.